Kellogg's Pep, the super delicious cereal, presents the adventures of Superman.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Yes, it's Superman. And today, as Clark Kent, he hopes to find some way of preventing the Scarlet Widow's henchmen from removing the fragment of kryptonite from the museum vault. When Dr. Whistler, chief meteorologist at the Metropolis Museum, suddenly died, Superman feared that a piece of kryptonite locked in the museum's vault might fall into the hands of his enemies. The kryptonite was a fragment of the former planet on which Superman had been born, and it had the strange power to rob the Man of Steel of all his strength when he approached within 10 feet of it. That Superman's fears were well-founded, we learned when we met a woman known only as the Scarlet Widow. In an attempt to gain possession of the kryptonite, the widow arranged it so that her Cockney assistant, Sniggers, got through a cordon of police surrounding the museum and forced one of the officers to lead him into the museum basement at knife point. Kent, who had been lured from the entrance of the building, returned to find the policeman missing. Instantly, the X-ray vision of Superman penetrated into the basement. As Clark Kent, he gave Sergeant Mulrooney the answer.
Somebody got into the museum and took Halloran with him. He's in the basement now, at the vault. He's a little fellow, and Halloran is sitting in a chair, handcuffed.
In the basement of the museum?
Yes, the little fellow's trying to open the vault. He's after the kryptonite. Come on, Sergeant. He went in the side entrance.
Yeah, how would you be knowing all this?
Never mind, come on. Take my word for it. I know what I'm talking about.
Well, that I doubt, meaning no offense.
I'll prove it to you. Come on. Around to the side entrance.
Nathan, why would a man be after breaking into a museum in the dead of night? Answer me that one, Mr. Kent.
Because there's something valuable in there. All right. Here's the door.
Is there a bell that we can ring for the watchman?
Oh, the door's unlocked.
Now I'm convinced that you're... Saints alive, it is unlocked. Now, how could that be?
The thief went in this way. Come on.
Nathan, would you look at this place? Dark as a graveyard. And them white statues standing there like ghosts. Wait till I get me flashlight working. Now to find the watchman.
Oh, never mind him. We've got to get downstairs before the thief gets away with the kryptonite. This way.
Kryptonite? Oh, so that's what it is it?
Yes.
You believe that wild yarn in the papers about a piece of a meteor that can knock out a Superman, huh? Now, if that ain't a funny one.
It's not at all funny, Sergeant.
It's malarkey, that's what it is.
No, it isn't.
Look now, is that why the inspector put us to guard this place tonight?
Yes, and it's a
Don't
lot
move or they shoot.
What?
Somebody's behind us.
Don't move. He got a gun. What you fellas do here? How you get it? Oh, the police.
Yeah, police. Who are you?
Svensson, I am watchman. How you coming here?
Stop pointing that gun at us. We got in through the delivery door that you forgot to lock.
Hey, no, forget. Hey, look, and they check every hour.
There, you see, Sergeant? Somebody did get in here, and he's in the basement now. Come on, and keep your voices down.
Someone else is here.
Yes, down at the vault. Come on, Sergeant.
You'd better come along, too, Sweat.
Come.
You know, you may be right at that, Kent. If the watchman's sure he locked that door.
Quiet.
Someone must have stuck a gun in Halloran's back and forced him inside.
That's what I've been trying to tell you, only it wasn't a gun. It was a knife.
Yeah. How would you be knowing that?
Nobody could come in here.
Right, Scott. He's got it.
Who's got what?
Why you stop for?
I saw I saw the stairs just ahead. Come on, let's go. Hurry.
No. Take it easy, Kent.
As you like that, copper?
Listen.
I got the living Vulture and he's his part.
Kent.
Jump in here, Minnie. Is some fella in Vulture?
Quiet, Svensson. Come on. Let's sneak in closer.
It is he must be the box the widow wanted. Feels like Levy does.
Only Kent.
You a rum-looking policeman, though. Sitting there with your own blinking handcuffs on.
He's got Halloran, all right. They're in that room right ahead. You see his flash going on and off?
Yes, I see it.
That's his Vulture.
I wonder if she could have been fooling you about what's in this here box.
Now, look, Swenson.
Smart.
When we get to the door of that room, you and I'll shine our flashlights inside. But if there's any shooting to be done, let me do it. You understand?
Yeah, I know.
All right, come on, Kent.
Okay.
And mind, walk quiet.
Oh, I know she wouldn't fool me, but he won't hurt nobody if I takes a little peek, will he?
I'll peek him.
Wait, Sergeant.
What? What are you stopping for, Kent?
I can't go any further.
What's this here? It goes green, it does. Just like she said. It hums like a blooming dynamo.
What's the matter, Kent? Are you scared?
Yes. I mean, no. Not of the man.
All right, you stay here if you're scared. Come on, Swenson.
Yeah, hey, Cole. No, don't. You'll endanger Halloran.
Go my arm, Kent.
Oh,
Wait, who's that? Oh, you
Shut up, fool. Shut up. All right, now. Come on, boy.
No, you don't. You take one step and I'll cut this Bobby's heart out, I will.
Hold it. Hey, listen, you.
Now, you listen to me. I'm standing right behind your pal with me knife in his back, see? You take one step and I'll push it through his heart.
Jump in, ye minnie.
You'd better not. We've got this museum surrounded. You ain't got a chance to get away.
Oh, yes, I have. Me and Miss Bobby's going to walk out of this here museum, and you and them blokes outside is going to let us, as your pal is in Devon.
What? Why, you...
Come back, Sergeant. You've got to do as he says.
Are you crazy too, Kent?
No.
Let him walk out with Halloran and whatever he stole out the vault.
Listen, your duty is to save Halloran's life. This fellow will let him go as soon as he thinks he has a safe start on us. Besides, I know where he's going.
This knife is just hitching in me hand. What's it going to be?
You say you know where he's going, Kent?
Why, I promise I'll get back whatever he stole. I'll take full responsibility with Inspector Henderson, too. Go on, tell him you'll do it, Sergeant. Tell him.
Well, okay, Kent. But you'll have to answer to the inspector like you say.
I will.
All right, then. We'll let you out, you low-livered skunk. But if you so much as harm one hair of Halloran's head, it'll be too bad for you.
I thought you'd see it my way. Listen, then. Turn around and walk back upstairs. We'll be right behind you, me with this knife in the Bobby's back. Now start walking.
Come on, Kent. You too, Swenson.
Up on your feet and walk, Bobby. When you get to the museum entrance, you'll say to your police blokes to let us through, see? And no tricks if you want to see your pal alive again.
Followed by the wary Sniggers and his police hostage, Clark Kent, Sergeant Mulrooney, and Svensson moved through the dark museum to the side entrance. Does Kent really intend to allow Sniggers to escape with the kryptonite? Persuaded by Clark Kent, Sergeant Mulrooney has permitted Sniggers to leave the museum and pass safely through the police guard. Carrying the lead box containing the kryptonite, and with his knife threatening a handcuffed policeman, Sniggers proceeded 6 blocks up a dark street, where he ordered Halloran to return to the museum. Then the little cockney took to his heels. Meanwhile, Kent has slipped away from the sergeant and resumed his true identity of Superman, and is now hovering high above the fleeing Sniggers.
There he goes. He's got the kryptonite. Got to take him by surprise. Grab the box before he sees me. Before he can open it. Mustn't scare him or he might drop it. Down behind him, slowly. Slowly. He mustn't hear me. Slower still. Easy. Almost got him now. He hasn't heard me yet. He just doesn't turn around.
Hey, what was
he
that?
heard me. He sees me. Down to him. Down. There. I got you now. I want that box. Come on, give it to me. Oh, he dropped it. The kryptonite rolled out.
You dropped out of the sky, you did. I see you. I know you are. You're Superman.
The kryptonite. Put it back in the lead box. Hurry. I can't stand.
Oh, look at you. Staggering like a drunk you are.
The kryptonite. Put it back.
Put it back, nothing. The winter was right.
Please.
This stuff knocks you out, it does. Law ain't your sight. Blimey. Now, will you look at that? Passed out cold, he did. My eye, that was another squeak. Here, I'd better get this thing back in the box and get out of here quick. There we are. Now, wait a minute, Sniggers, me lad. Why don't we take this here Superman to the widow, too? See, now, won't the widow like that? Superman and the stuff to finish him off, too. I'll drag him to the street. Find a taxi cab. My drenched friend coming from a masquerade party, I'll say. Sniggers, you got a knob on you. The widow's going to be mighty pleased and generous with the pound note she is. Come on. Come on, Mr. Superman, your Royal Highness.
Chortling with glee, the little cockney drags the inert Superman through the dark street. The Man of Steel's eyes are closed. His head rests on his chest. and his red cape trails in the gutter like a broken wing. What will happen? Is this the end of the once mighty Superman? Don't miss Monday's dramatic episode, fellows and girls. Tune in, same time, same station for The Adventures of Superman.
Kellogg's Pep, the super delicious cereal, presents
The Adventures of Superman.
faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings at a single bound.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman. Yes, it's Superman. And today, with the Man of Steel robbed of all consciousness by the glowing fragment of the planet Krypton, the little Cockney Sniggers is planning a startling surprise for the Scarlet Widow. The one thing in the world which Superman fears, a piece of green glowing kryptonite from the shattered planet on which he was born, and which has the power to rob him of all his great strength, has been stolen from its vault in the Metropolis Museum. Superman followed the thief, a little Cockney named Sniggers. But when he seized him on a nearby street, Sniggers dropped the lead box containing the kryptonite. The box sprang open, and the strange rays emanating from within overpowered the Man of Steel. Delighted with his good fortune, Sniggers seized the limp, unconscious Superman by the collar. And as we continue now, he is dragging him through a dark street, intent on finding a taxicab and taking Superman and the kryptonite to his employer, the dangerous woman known as the Scarlet Widow. Listen.
Lord blimey. This here Superman is heavy, he is. If I could only get him to the corner and find a hack. I'll tend to drive him, my friend, in the fancy costume. Took a net too many at the masquerade party, he did. Well, the widow will be glad to see him, eh? Him and the green shining stuff in this here box. Sniggers, she'll say, there's £100 for you. £100, nothing. This night's work is worth £1,000, it is. Here. Who's coming? It's a blooming policeman. Curse the luck, I can't let him find me here. He know what happened at the museum tonight. He might even be looking for me now. I'll have to leave Superman here and up it through this alley. The widow'll have to be satisfied with this here box she sent me for. Toodle-o, Mr. Superman. I'll be seeing you again, I will.
Leaving Superman sprawled across the dark sidewalk, the little Cockney darts into an alley, the box of kryptonite clutched tightly under his arm, as a blue-coated policeman patrolling his beat spies the inert Man of Steel and quickens his steps.
Yes, what's this? Sorry me. And would you look at the outlandish clothes on him? Freedom. There don't seem to be nothing wrong with him. Drunk he must be from some fancy ball or masquerade party. Come on now, wake up. Wake up, I say. If you won't, well, then my club to the throat of your feet will make you. Oh, you're coming too, are you?
Oh, what? Where?
What and where, indeed? Can you think this sidewalk is a feather bed?
Huh? Sidewalk. Why? Well, where am I?
Are you asking me now?
Oh.
Cold is a fine thing, a young gentleman like yourself getting drunk and passing out in the street.
What? I'm not drunk. Oh, wait a minute. I remember. Oh, I'm still dizzy.
Here now, don't be falling down again.
No, I'm all right. Officer, where did the little man go?
Oh, a little man, is he?
Yes, he speaks with a Cockney accent. Where is he?
Sure, he must have flown away with the pink elephant and the purple cow.
Oh, I'm serious.
Now, listen to me, lad.
I tell you, a little Englishman was here. He had a lead box with the piece of kryptonite. He stole it from the Metropolis Museum. We've got to find him, officer, and get it back.
Now, you listen to me, young fella, and take yourself off the bed.
No, you
I
listen
don't
to-
want to have to run you in.
Good heavens, how can I make you understand? I still feel weak. I don't know if I can get off the ground.
Off the ground, he says. I've heard enough. And patient as a saint I've been. I'm giving you fair warning, me lad.
Now, look.
If you're not gone from here before I reach the patrol box, I'll be calling the wagon for you, and you'll sleep the night in the shed.
Now, wait a minute.
I'll be gone.
But, officer...
On your way. It's ashamed of yourself you can be.
Oh, you won't believe me. I've got to go after that kryptonite myself. I've got to find that little thief. I must. Now, the museum is behind me. I know he didn't go that way. So I look in this direction. Up and away!
Leaping into a starry sky, Superman streaks above the quiet, night-filled streets, searching desperately for Sniggers. Almost the length of Metropolis he ranges. And then back, and then from west to east and back again. Crawling on his powerful muscles for speed and yet more speed. But the little Cockney and the kryptonite have disappeared. Then, finally, as the first crimson fingers of dawn pluck at the gray curtain of the horizon, the Man of Steel admits defeat, and his heart, filled with a fear such as he has never known before, turns toward police headquarters to seek aid. Meanwhile, in a magnificent, ornately furnished penthouse apartment atop one of the city's most exclusive residence buildings, the ominous thing which Superman fears is swiftly taking shape. On a white velvet sofa sits a tall, gaunt, ugly woman clothed in a flaming scarlet gown. Her hands, long and withered, the nails gleaming scarlet, stroke two black, tailless cats which crouch on either side of her, their eyes fixed on a square, leaden box which rests on a graceful pedestal of marble. The woman's small, piercing black eyes are fixed hungrily, gloatingly on the same box. And now she, the Scarlet Widow, known as the most dangerous woman in the world, speaks to Sniggers, the Cockney, who stands at the pedestal, an eager look on his sly, ferret-like face.
Take the kryptonite from its box, Sniggers. I wish to see it and hear it.
Lord blimey, Widow. How many times have you got to see it? It ain't changed now.
I love to see it. More than that, I love to hear the sound it makes. The sound of power.
Well, I don't. But everyone to his own taste, I says.
Take it from its box. Set it on the pedestal.
Well, I'll get me gloves on. This stuff burns, it does. No, I don't understand you, Widow.
You'll understand when the money blows in.
Oh, it will, eh? I suppose it'll blow in that there window, will it? What I wants to know
See
is...
how beautifully it glows. Hear the lovely sound it makes. Like beautiful music.
Music? Ain't like no music I ever heard. Now, look here, Widow. I risked me life for this blooming stuff tonight, I did. What I wants to know is, what's it worth?
Enough for both of us, Sniggers.
How? Where's it going to come from?
From that piece of kryptonite.
But how? How? The stuff ain't more valuable than gold, is it?
Much more valuable than gold, Sniggers, because of what it can do to Superman.
On account of it can knock him out.
Exactly. Put the kryptonite back in its box now. It's disturbing my pets. There.
I don't get it. I don't understand why the stuff's better than gold on account of it can put Superman to sleep.
Perhaps it can put him to sleep forever.
So what? What I want to know is, how's it going to put English pounds into my pocket?
You're a fool, Sniggers.
Yeah.
Don't you know that some of the most brilliant and powerful criminals in the world saw their great plans ruined, went to jail, all because of Superman?
Oh, sure, I knows that. Blokes like the Teufel and the Vulture and Papa Raush and the one they calls the Laugher. I read about him in a magazine.
Exactly. Think what it would mean to such men if Superman were put out of the way forever.
No, I don't see how it would mean much to him. They're in jail.
You'll see very shortly, Sniggers.
When?
This very morning. Perhaps at any moment. We'll have some visitors. They'll restore the Scarlet Widow to her former glory. They will bring money.
Money, eh?
A great deal of money. The days of scrimping and petty schemes to steal a few thousand are over. I'll be able to have everything again. Everything. And their money and my brains and influence will give me power such as even I have never had before.
That listens good to me, Widow. Who's the visitors we're expecting?
They should be here very soon now.
Someone's at the door.
Don't be alarmed, Sniggers.
It might be the bobbies.
We would have been warned if it were the police. Come.
Come where?
To admit our visitors, of course.
Oh.
They're the ones I told you about. They're very impatient, but not as impatient as I. Come, Sniggers, and prepare yourself for a big surprise.
Her gaunt, bony face lit with eagerness, the Scarlet Widow hurries to the door, followed by Sniggers. Who are her mysterious visitors? We'll return in a moment to learn more about them. In her ornately furnished penthouse apartment in Metropolis, where Sniggers has brought the stolen kryptonite, the woman known as the Scarlet Widow is opening the door to her mysterious visitors. 4 men, their coat collars above their chins and their hats pulled low over their eyes, silently enter the apartment. The door closes behind them. One by one, they remove their hats. A faint smile plays about the Scarlet Widow's thin lips as she greets them.
Good morning, gentlemen. I'm indeed very happy to see each of you.
Who are the four men assembled in the Scarlet Widow's apartment? The little Cockney Sniggers stares at them in frank amazement as, still silent, they file into the drawing room where the deadly piece of kryptonite rests in its lead box on the marble pedestal. Who are they, and what plan has the widow in mind? Fellows and girls, Superman has never been in such peril, so don't miss a word of tomorrow's exciting episode. Tune in, same time, same station, for the adventures of Superman.
Kellogg's Pep, the super delicious cereal, presents
The Adventures of Superman.
faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings at a single bound.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman. Yes, it's Superman. And today there's a big surprise in store as we learn the identity of the four visitors to the Scarlet Widow. We'll take you to her hiding place in a moment. But right now, let's follow Jimmy Olsen as he walks into Clark Kent's office at the Daily Planet.
You wanted to see me, Mr. Kent?
Oh, yes, Jim. Come in.
Oh, now what have I done?
Oh, nothing very serious. But do you remember when we were up in the North Woods and you broke your watch?
Oh, yeah, sure.
You couldn't tell the time then, could you?
Oh, of course not.
But you could have told time by the sun if you'd had a sundial.
Oh, sure. But who's going to carry a big sundial around? They're heavy.
Oh, wait a minute. See this, Jim?
Oh, what is it? Looks like a wristwatch.
It is. A small, compact sundial wristwatch. See? Shiny aluminum dial, smart-looking wrist strap.
Oh, gee whiz, where'd you get it?
From the makers of Kellogg's Pep. Pretty swell, isn't it?
Oh, it's a knockout. Mr. Kent,
Yes?
can I get one?
Well, certainly. All our listeners can get one just by sending 2 Kellogg's Pep box tops and 10 cents in cash. You can borrow this one, Jim, if you want to, until you get yours.
Oh, gee whiz, thanks, Mr. Kent.
All right.
I gotta go show this to Beanie. Oh, boy.
And now, the adventures of Superman. A fragment of the former planet Krypton on which Superman was born, and which by some strange chemical action renders him weak and helpless when he comes within 10 feet of it, has been stolen from the Metropolis Museum by a henchman of the Scarlet Widow, who is known as the most dangerous woman in the world. While Superman seeks desperately to trace the kryptonite, his 4 deadliest enemies arrive mysteriously at the Scarlet Widow's ornate penthouse apartment. As we continue now, Sniggers, the widow's ferret-faced little henchman, gasps in amazement as the 4 master criminals are about to enter the drawing room. Listen.
No, blimey, it can't be.
What can't be, Sniggers?
These blokes right here in our place. I recognise them from their photographs. This skinny one is the Vulture. He's in the death cell at the big house this very minute he is.
If I am, this is the finest death cell I've ever seen.
Thank you, Vulture.
And this one here with the thick glasses, he's the one they call the devil.
Yeah, I'm the Teufel, which means the devil.
You hear that with it? And this one here, what looks like a skill teacher, he's Papa Raush. And that's this great big and you're the laugher, ain't you?
I'm the laughter, all right.
I'm dreaming, I am. These blokes is all in jail.
You gentlemen will wait in the drawing room. I'll join you in a moment.
Thank you, Widow.
Lord blimey.
Wipe that silly look off your face and listen to me, Sniggers.
I'm dreaming, I am. They're all in jail.
Stupid fool, will you stop repeating that? They were in jail, but they're here now. Thanks to me.
You with the... You mean you got them out?
Of course I did.
But how? How could you?
That's my secret, one of my many secrets.
I don't understand.
Doesn't matter what you understand. We're wasting time. Those 4 men in there mean money to us. A great deal of money, Sniggers.
Money? Now you're talking with it.
But they're dangerous. And when they find out why they're here, well, they might forget the debt they owe me and become impulsive. Do you understand?
Right, Al.
Now, there's only one way out of this penthouse, our private elevator. I want you to make sure that the Turk and Renee are both in it, and that nobody leaves this apartment unless I personally give permission. Hurry now, and join me in the drawing room.
Right there with it. Consider it done.
Now for the greatest Sorry to keep you waiting, gentlemen.
Ah, Widow, you're lovelier than ever. What a magnificent gown.
Thank you, Vulture.
You're even more beautiful than when I saw you last in Berlin before the war.
Still the same flatterer, I see, Papa Raush.
Vulture, I speak the truth, do I not?
You certainly do. Take this chair, Widow.
Oh, I prefer to sit on this couch with my cats. Come here, my pretties.
Those are beautiful cats, Widow.
Mm-hmm. You have much in common with them, Vulture. And you too, Papa Raush. You fawn and flatter me, but the moment my back is turned, you unsheath your claws.
That's telling them, Widow. You're a woman after my own heart.
Enough of this byplay. The widow did not risk her skin to bring the four of us here in order to hear compliments. Am I right?
You certainly are, Teufel. I had you brought here to offer you the greatest opportunity of your lives. For a price, of course.
Well, what is it?
Yes, what is it?
You, Vulture. Yesterday at this time, you sat in the death house. Who put you there?
Superman. If not for him, I would have been free. And the richest man in the world.
You, Papa Raush. 2 years ago, you were Germany's #1 espionage agent. You were well on your way to destroying all of America's war plants with your tiny model planes, but somebody stopped you. Who was it?
Superman. No one else could stop me.
Laffer. You controlled practically every big racket in the United States. You were feared from one end of the country to the other as the king of America's gangsters. You seemed beyond the reach of the law.
Until Superman horned in and blasted him. I'd still have been the boss of the rackets and rolling in wealth if not for him. I had the organization, the brains, the connections. But Superman was too much for me.
Gentlemen, please. I take it we are all agreed, then, that Superman was and is the one insurmountable obstacle in your path.
But Superman still lives, and while he lives, we, clever and powerful as we are helpless, doomed to hide from him like outcast dogs.
Yeah.
Right.
Ask the Teufel to hit the bullseye.
Why do you laugh, widow? Is that why you brought us here, to laugh at us?
No. I'll tell you why I brought you here, Teufel. It was to offer each one of you, for a price, the means to conquer Superman.
Conquer Superman?
What is this nonsense you speak, widow?
You all know the Scarlet Widow. You should know that she never speaks nonsense.
But what?
I will show you. Sniggers!
What'll it be with her?
Remove the kryptonite from its box and place it on the pedestal.
Water? Just get me gloves on first.
Kryptonite. What is that?
Patience, gentlemen.
What's that? A piece of coal?
Coal is not green, Vulture.
Coal doesn't make noise either.
That strange green glow like cold light. And the sound. Almost as if the object was radioactive. What is this, widow?
That, my friends, is kryptonite. A fragment of the planet Krypton, on which Superman was born.
Kryptonite?
When Superman comes within 10 feet of this piece of kryptonite, he loses all his strength and becomes helpless.
Superman helpless?
I seen him knock him out myself. I did with my own eyes.
Ridiculous.
I don't believe it.
That's a
Gentlemen,
whopper if I ever heard one.
gentlemen, you forget yourselves. It is I, the Scarlet Widow, who assured you that what Sniggers has just told you is the truth.
Can you prove this, widow?
Yes, but let me finish. I propose to cut the kryptonite into 4 equal pieces and sell them to each of you gentlemen for $1 million each.
What?
For $1 million, each of you may become the master of Superman.
Himmel, if what you say is true,
It's
widow.
true.
That's what you say, widow. I'm not doubting your word, see? But $1 million ain't hay. Because if you can prove what you say, I'll dig up $1 million quicker than you can wink.
Yes, and I.
I do not have that much money, but I will secure it.
How about you, Teufel?
Prove what you say, widow. And money is no object.
Good. I'll prove it.
How are you going to do it with her?
Leave it to me, Sniggers. Step over to the desk. Gentlemen, your dreams and mine are about to come true.
What is the Scarlet Widow's scheme? We'll return in a moment to find out. More than 24 hours have elapsed since the kryptonite was stolen from the Metropolis Museum by Sniggers, the Scarlet Widow's Cockney henchman. Unable to trace Sniggers, and alarmed by the reported jailbreaks of the Teufel, the Laugher, Papa Raush, and the Vulture, Superman, in his guise of Clark Kent, is in the office of Captain Donovan, Assistant Chief of Police.
This is terrible, Captain Donovan. If any one of those 4 criminals get hold of the kryptonite, I don't even want to think of what might happen.
Will you forget that silly kryptonite, Kent?
Forget it. You don't seem to understand. Until that kryptonite is recovered and destroyed, I'm in danger of my life.
You're in danger.
I mean Superman, of course.
Superman in danger of his life. Are you out of your mind?
No, I'm not. If you just listen to me and believe me, I got a hunch that the escapes of Der Teufel, the Laugher, Papa Raush, and the Vulture are tied up with the theft of that kryptonite.
Now, I know you're crazy. But if you... Look, Kent, I've been patient as long as I could because you and your paper have helped the department in the past. But the 4 greatest criminals in the country have broken out of jail, heaven knows how, and I can't waste any more time listening to fairy tales about some old meteor that can finish off Superman.
It's no fairy tale.
I say it is. But... Excuse me, that's my phone. Hello?
Is Clark Kent there, please?
Kent, just a minute. It's for you.
Oh, thanks. Hello?
Kent, this is Burroughs at the office.
Oh, yes, Burroughs.
Look, you're working on the kryptonite story, aren't you?
I certainly am. What have you got?
A funny thing happened a couple of hours ago, and it's just been brought to my attention. An ad was delivered to our classified department by a special messenger. It's signed The Widow, and the $100 bill was attached. She wanted a big 10-inch ad.
Who's the widow?
How do I know? But get this. The ad was addressed to Superman.
Superman?
That's right.
Read it to me, quickly.
Okay, here it is. Superman, if you will appear above the Metropolis Bank spire tonight, exactly at midnight, and look straight east, you will see 3 winking lights, red, white, and blue. Come to the lights within 5 seconds and you will be given an opportunity to obtain the kryptonite. Follow directions, no tricks. This is your only chance. The Widow. You got it, Kent?
I got it.
I don't hear you laughing.
I'm not laughing. So long, and thanks, Burroughs.
Oh, what's up, Kent?
This is it, Captain Donovan.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Let's see. It's almost 11 o'clock. In just a little over an hour, Superman will either be back with the kryptonite, or
what?
Or he'll never be back again. So long, Captain.
His face grim, Superman, in his guise of Clark Kent, hurries through the busy station house to keep a mysterious appointment with the Scarlet Widow. An appointment which may mean his death. What will happen? Don't miss tomorrow's thrilling episode, fellows and girls. Tune in, same time, same station, for the adventures of Superman.
Kellogg's Pep, the super delicious cereal, presents
The adventures of Superman.
faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Yes, it's Superman, for whom the Scarlet Widow has today set a cunning trap. We'll learn just what it is in a moment. By a strange chemical action, a piece of the shattered planet Krypton on which Superman was born robs the Man of Steel of all his great strength when he comes within 10 feet of it. A woman called the Scarlet Widow arranged to have the kryptonite stolen from the Metropolis Museum and then assembled Superman's 4 deadliest enemies, the Vulture, the Teufel, Papa Raush, and the Laugher, and offered to sell each of them 1/4 of the kryptonite for $1 million. They demanded that the widow prove the power of the kryptonite. She agreed, and as we continue now, on the moonlit terrace of her penthouse apartment, the gaunt, ugly widow, her little henchman Sniggers, and the 4 master criminals wait tensely. Behind them in the almost darkened drawing room, a green, glowing, eerily humming fragment of kryptonite rests on a marble pedestal. Listen.
What time is it now, Widow?
11:57, Sniggers. In exactly 3 minutes, at midnight, you'll see Superman in the sky to the west, above the Metropolis Bank spire.
Suppose he doesn't show up.
He will, Vulture.
How can you be so sure? The Daily Planet did not publish the advertisement you sent them.
I explained that before, Papa Raush. The Daily Planet seemed to have some sort of contact with Superman, especially a reporter named Clark Kent.
Kent, he's the one what was in the museum with the bobbies last night when I copped the kryptonite.
Yes, I'm sure he saw to it that my advertisement came to the attention of Superman. Just 2 minutes more and we'll know. You've got the red, white, and blue flashlights ready, Sniggers.
Right here, got the 3 of them right here.
As soon as we see him, I give you the word. Flash them one at a time. Then you, Vulture, and Teufel, Papa Raush, and Laugher, Step back into the drawing room and stand near the kryptonite where you'll be safe.
Widow, I just thought of something. Superman is clever as well as amazingly powerful. If he does appear, how are we going to persuade him to come within 10 feet of the kryptonite?
Himmel, I forgot that.
Yeah.
He won't be such a fool.
Don't worry, gentlemen. I, too, thought of that, and I've made the necessary arrangements.
Oh.
Sniggers and I cut some small fragments from the kryptonite.
Toughen a cutting steel, it was.
We buried them in the flower pots around the room and terrace. The flower pots and plants are green, and the fragments are so tiny that the faint green glow they give off won't be noticed. I hope.
Superman has the eyes of an eagle.
2 eagles.
My instructions said he had to arrive here within 5 seconds after he saw the signal lights, if he wanted to obtain the kryptonite. He'll see the big piece on the pedestal and us. By the time he notices the tiny particles in the flower pots, if he does, it'll be too late.
Ain't she got her head on her now?
Yeah, but what is it?
What is that?
A church clock striking midnight. Now watch above the Metropolis Bank spire. Straight west there. In a moment you'll see Superman.
Look, there he is.
Yes, I told you he'd come.
Where is he?
All of you, get back near the kryptonite.
Hurry, all of you, get back here, quickly.
Ready with the flashlight, Sniggers. First the red, then the white, then the blue. Hold each one about a second, then repeat.
As the 4 criminals rush into the drawing room, and Sniggers prepares to signal Superman, the Man of Steel hovers above the tall bank spire, his keen eyes searching the east.
I don't see any signal lights. Wait. There's a red light flashing, and a white, and a blue. From that penthouse terrace. A man and a woman there. The man is the little cockney who stole the kryptonite. It must... Yes, there it is. On a pedestal in the apartment. And those 4 men near it. I thought so. They're Teufel, the Laugher, Papa Raush, and the Vulture. Now, what? Oh, so that's the little trap they set for me, eh? Tiny particles of kryptonite hidden in those flower pots. They thought I wouldn't see them. Well, I'll just get the police and we... No, I can't let them out of my sight. They said they'd only wait 5 seconds. Here they go back into the house now. What'll I do? I can't lose the kryptonite again, and I can't risk letting Teufel and those others get away. Those tiny pieces of kryptonite might not affect me. They don't glow much. And I'll stay away from the big fragment. I'm taking a long chance, but I've got to. If I feel myself going weak, I'll get away. All right, here goes then. Down to that terrace. Down! Good evening.
Look, there he is.
Well, this seems just like old home week. I'm not surprised to see you here, Teufel, and you others. I suppose you are the woman who signed that advertisement, madam?
Yes, I'm the widow. Come in, Superman.
No, thanks. I'll stay here if you don't mind.
He's afraid of the blooming kryptonite, he is.
You and I have a score to settle later, my little cockney friend, but we'll get to that. All right, widow and gentlemen. What have you got to say now when you see the kryptonite fragments so cleverly hidden in the flower pots don't affect me?
Look, it's going.
It's the kryptonite. It's getting him.
I've got to get away. Up.
Stand up.
Why don't you fly, Mr. Superman,
He's fainted.
Blimey, just like it happened last night, out like a light he is.
I cannot believe it. Ein Hund lies like I said.
You were right, Widow. You're wonderful.
His heart still beats. Quick, help me pull him to the big piece of kryptonite. We keep him there until he dies.
Yeah.
Splendid idea, Teufel. Give us a hand, Laugher.
Wait, stop where you are, all of you.
Why, Widow? We have him now. We will finish him forever.
Yes, and then you won't have to buy the kryptonite, is that it? Very smart, my friends, but it won't work. If you want to destroy Superman, that's your affair. But you'll each have to pay me $1 million for a quarter share of the kryptonite. First.
You're a clever woman, Widow. Much too clever.
Be careful, Vulture. I had you brought from the death house. Just one word from me and you'll go back.
She's right, Vulture. Let's play it her way. It's worth $1 million. With Superman out of the way, the sky is the limit for us. All right, Widow. Divide the kryptonite. I'll pay for my share.
So will I.
All right. I'll pay too.
Good. Sniggers, get the children grills. Hurry.
Right there with you. $4 million. Sleep tight, Mr. Superman.
Gleefully, Sniggers rushes off to bring tools to divide the kryptonite among Superman's deadliest enemies, while the Man of Steel sprawls motionless at their feet. We'll return in a moment for the exciting climax of today's episode. In the Scarlet Widow's penthouse apartment, where Superman lies unconscious on the floor, Sniggers, working with drills and chisels, has finally succeeded in splitting the kryptonite into 4 equal parts. Her small, bright eyes gleaming, the widow turns to her unscrupulous guests.
Now, gentlemen, about the financial arrangements.
I will take my share of the kryptonite now.
Not so fast, Teufel. The terms are cash in hand.
I have no cash in hand. What will this do?
He's got a gun here.
Put that gun down, Teufel.
What, do you take me for a fool? Don't make a move now, any of you, or I will shoot to kill.
You haven't a chance, you cheap double-crosser. The only way out of this apartment is by private elevator. My men are guarding it. They'll kill you.
Oh, no, my friend. While all of you watch the kryptonite being cut, I managed to attach a long nylon rope which I brought with me to the terrace railing. I can reach the roof of the building next door by the rope, and I'm going to lock this door to the terrace behind me. By the time you get to the terrace, I will be out of sight. It's dark enough for my purposes, and I have great purposes in mind. Now I have a piece of the kryptonite. Thank you very much, my ugly widow. Auf Wiedersehen to you all.
Break this door down, somebody!
It's too thick.
Break it down!
That door. I'll break it.
Hurry, Arthur! Just let me get my life into that bloke.
Look out. There.
Where is he? Where is he?
I don't see him. There he goes across the roof down there. I've got a gun.
No, don't shoot, Arthur.
Why not? Are you off your nod with he? Just fed off with $1 million of our money.
We can't have the police here, you fools. Superman's here. Now listen, all of you. Leave your kryptonite here and go after Teufel.
Leave the kryptonite? No.
What are you saying? You'll do as I say. You all have your gangs. Go to them. Tell them they must find their Teufel. Bring him to me. Then you can have your share of the kryptonite, not before. Now get going, all of you, unless you prefer to return to jail.
Well, I'll find Teufel. Come on, Vulture. Raush.
Go on now. Hurry. Get out. Sniggers, show them to the elevator.
Oh, come on now, gents. Out you go.
Hurry back, Sniggers. We have important matters to attend to. As for you, Superman, I have further plans for you, too.
Wild with rage, the Scarlet Widow glares down at the unconscious figure of Superman. What are her plans for the Man of Steel? Don't miss tomorrow's exciting episode, fellows and girls. Tune in, same time, same station, and listen to The Adventures of Superman.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Boys and girls, this is National Religious Education Week. It's a special time set aside by President Truman when we should be thinking about Sunday school. So let's all turn out. Let's all go to Sunday school this week and every week. For other thrilling adventures of Superman, see your local newspaper. Superman is also a copyrighted feature appearing in Superman DC publications. Say, gang, did you know Mom can pour your breakfast cereal and your breakfast fruit out of the same package? Yes, sir. A package of Kellogg's Raisin 40% bran flakes. Crisper, toasty, fresh flakes teamed up with fine, honey-delicious raisins. And she'll like the way you go easy on the sugar because the raisins are just naturally sweet. And she'll like that fine nourishment, whole grain food value plus needed iron. Ask Mom for Kellogg's. Kellogg's Raisin 40% bran flakes. And be sure to be with us tomorrow for the thrilling adventures of Superman. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.